Hello, my androids. It is Andrew the Android Koloski here, and I am live and ready to perform for all of you. How art thou? How art thou? You know, it seems like everybody is so phony and fake. But me, I'm real. Me, I'm honest. Me, I'm transparent. I'm a real individual, man. Hey, Dave. Fist bump to Dave. Bam. How are you doing today? Sal lives the Andrew or Sal lives the honest life. Yeah, man. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Does anybody else find it difficult to chat on dating apps? Like, there are women that I'm chatting with on these dating apps, and I just don't know how to have conversations with them, really. I'm just like, all right, basically, I want to go from A to Z. I want to go from hi, let's have let's have intimacy, and they're like, oh, so what do you do? I'm like, I'm not working. I don't know. I kind of want to go from A to Z. Like, all right, hey, let's have intimacy. But they kind of want to go through like the whole routine of getting to know me. You know what I mean? Somebody says Drew and Dave, two of his all-time favorite androids. I want to get straight to the cuddle chatting. You know what I mean? Straight to the intimacy chatting. I guess there are websites like that, like Adult Friend Finder and Fling, that are for hookups. Do you recommend giving that a try? I guess Tinder is a hookup app too. Somebody says, I'm in a conundrum. I want to get straight to the intimacy, but I also want to find true love, not just meaningless one-night stand kind of. So yeah, I am in a conundrum here. It's kind of a difficult situation. All right. Any good dating app? Any good dating apps that anybody could recommend? Any good dating apps? No, I'm not into the Christian mingle. The Christian and religious chicks are crazy, man. I'm not into Christian mingle. Farmers only. What would that one be like? What would that one be like? I mean, disabled dating might be good. I'm on dating for disabled at the moment, but Somebody says African American people meet. Well, I'm not African American, so. Dave says African American chicks would love some Andrew. All right, fair enough. African American chicks would love a little Andrew. So maybe I should go on Black People Meet. You know, they say the sisters would be like, "Hey, cutie, how you doing?" Maybe. Maybe I need to go on Black People Meet and get an African American woman. Have I ever kissed they ask, have I ever kissed a sister? No, I have not. No, I have not. I've never been in a relationship with an African American woman. I don't think I've even kissed a woman who is African American. So maybe I will someday. Maybe I will. You never know. I mean, I definitely know of some that, you know, I would be willing to kiss. However, you know, they got to be willing to kiss you too. You know what I mean? You know. Hey, you know what? There's some cute African American women, that's for sure. And you know, it's the year is 2024. Hey, if I find you know an African American woman who is gaga about me, hey, I'm down for interracial dating. I'm down for some interracial dating, man. But she's got to be petite and cute and have a good sense of humor and like my disability, and it can't be just any woman. You know what I mean? I'm down for some interracial dating. I'm down for that, man. Hey, I kind of like interracial dating, to be honest with you. I dig interracial dating. In a way, I kind of hope my girlfriend's of another race. Imagine getting a cute, petite, sexy African American woman. That would rock and roll, man. Piss off my mother probably too. So that's an extra feather in her cap. Anything to piss off my mother would be good. You know and you know, the woman that I have to date would have to not be phased by my schizoaffective. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, an African American cutie would be epic. I'd be like Cody Rhodes, man. I'd be like Cody Rhodes. Man, he's got a hot African American wife. A Latina, a nice, sexy Latina would be good too. Yeah, man. I would be down to date a nice, sexy Latina. A feisty Latina woman. I want to go all around the world sampling all the different women of all the different races, and that'd be nice. Rusty says he has Cody Rhodes is not only dating an African American woman or married to and has a child with. She's really attractive too. You know, let's see who he's married to. think her name is Brandy Rhodes or something like that. Brandy Rhodes. Deborah says, Latina. Yeah, don't stereotype people. Don't say Latina women are necessarily feisty. That's a bad stereotype. All right, just a Latina woman. You're right. Don't stereotype. Don't sound like a racist. Just say a cute Latina woman. That'd rock and roll, man. That'd rock and roll. If you want to end racism, just date cute chicks of their race, and you know that will pretty much end racism there. Start dating tons of cute women. So he says stereotypes are bad. Don't stereotype people. See people for exactly who they are. I mean, there's stereotypes about schizophrenics and schizoaffective and mentally ill people too. I mean, that they're dangerous, that they're... So, you could stereotype me very easily. Somebody asked me, do I watch any online documentaries? Not many, man. Not many. You know, I know some people say California girls are the best, but they're all liberal, woke, and annoying. I don't know what the point of that is. At least that was a Beach Boys song. That was a little cringy. I'm trying to recover from the douche chills of that line. I'm trying to recover and not make eye contact with anybody. Acknowledge how douchey that line came out. Ooh. Oh Christ. I don't normally give myself douche chills. I know they say you do a lot of cringe humor. I don't normally give myself douche chills, but that one got to me. I'm like, wow. I regret saying that immediately after I said it. I'm like, oh fuck. Douche chills moment. Okay, let's recover. I can't look at you people. I'm embarrassed for myself. Okay, I can look at you again. Yeah, anybody ever say something and you just realize, ooh, I just gave myself the fucking douche chills. But now it's passing. Now the California girls line. That was the one that broke the camel's back. That was the one that made me like, ooh, that was fucking douchey. So he says they wonder if douche chills is actually something women get when they're douching, like water. I don't know. I think it just means like you're a tool, and basically you've just embarrassed the hell out of yourself, and you're just trying to hide, but you just realize what a douche you look like. You realize what a fool you look like, and you're like, oh shit, I wish I could have go back and hit the dump button on that line, you know. Rusty says he's hoping I will put some effort into something and make a documentary about the Long Island serial killer. Honestly, I don't really know much about Rex Andrew Humerman, except that he lived close by to me. He killed people, dumped them at Gilgo Beach, mostly female prostitutes, and he's in jail now because they have micro DNA on him. So I don't really have a lot to say about it, to be honest with you. Oh, and some guy that does open mic with me makes a fucking Rex Humerman joke every week. He's like, Rex, why couldn't you have killed my wife? You know, like one of those kind of jokes, you know, like, That's the some guy from Massapequa who does open mic always makes this fucking Rex Humerman joke. He's like, I see Rex. I'm like, Rex, I can't believe you did that. But you know what? You should have like killed my wife too. I don't know how his joke goes, but basically the gist of it is how his wife's annoying and Rex. I don't know. It's just like a annoying wife joke. Like, why didn't you go on a date with my wife, Rex? So he says that's unfunny boomer humor. Yeah, I didn't particularly find the joke funny myself, but it's a joke he makes every week. He ends with that. That's his closing. I should interview Rex Humerman's daughter. Do you think she's out of Massapequa? I don't know where she lives. Do you think she hit the old? Do you think she moved? I could walk to her house, knock on the door. The FBI is probably in that house. I don't know why I think that. Knock knock. Hello, FBI. Could I interview you about Rex Humerman? I'm this man child that makes sensationalistic videos. I want to do a Mama in the Wild Man from Rex Humerman's house and a Poppy in the Wild Man. Because it will be cool social media content. It might give me the viral video I seek. Let's say, get the fuck out of here. Do you want to go to jail? Yeah, I often say to my father, jokingly, obviously, when we used to make Poppy and the Wildmans from the beach, we passed this police station. I think one of the precincts. And I used to say, we should set up the camera and the tripod outside the police station, and we should make videos from the police station. And, basically, the joke is if you actually made a video from outside the police station, the police would probably come up to you and arrest you. And it would be like anybody ever see the video to Nookie by Limp Bizkit at the end where the police arrest Fred Durst for no reason? He's like, hey, I'm just making a music video. We'd be like, hey, we're just making a Poppy in the Wild, man. Why are you arresting us? I don't understand. This does not compute. We're doing nothing wrong, man. It's like you're making a video outside a police station. I'm just Somebody says, don't be like Limp Bizkit. That's definitely not a blueprint you want to work by. Well, I mean, Limp Bizkit was kind of like the predecessor to Eminem, and a lot of people respect Eminem. I mean, Limp Bizkit, I don't know. People don't really respect Limp Bizkit, but they killed Woodstock, that's for sure. Woodstock 99. That's pretty fucking metal. That's a feather you want. I mean, not the anarchy, obviously, and the crimes and the assaults and stuff. But it's pretty metal to say we killed Woodstock, man. I mean, obviously the crime, but it wasn't really their fault. It was like the heat and the lack of concession stands and people being. It wasn't really Limp Bizkit's fault. You might blame it on break stuff and violent metal lyrics, but realistically, the crowd was rambunctious and ready to riot. And Fred Durst was just the scapegoat. But on that note, obviously, it's pretty. I mean, obviously, the crimes and the assaults and all that stuff is bad, but also it's pretty metal to say we're the band that killed Woodstock. To be honest with you, I don't really like serial killer documentaries. I find that stuff kind of dark and depressing, to be honest with you. I don't really like morbid content. I'm more chipper and feel good, I think. Yeah, I don't really like animal abuse and morbid content, so I don't really appreciate your recommendations. I'm more into feel good, chipper kind of stuff. And I'm not Pollyanna. I don't think the whole world is rainbows and butterflies. But I would much rather watch stuff that makes me smile than stuff that's going to depress me. And I have watched a lot of murder porn shows like America's Most Wanted and Cops and Forensic Files and crime shows. So I'm aware those shows exist. I'm just not into them so much anymore. Everything's too depressing. I'm not into horror movies. I'm not into all that kind of stuff. People like crime and drama occasionally, but in moderation, only so much. Actually, they say that's a red flag in a relationship if somebody's really into like that murder porn. And I'm not referring to snuff films. I'm referring to these crime shows, these crime dramas, and you know. So if you know somebody who's just really fascinated with murder porn, that's a little bit of a red flag. It might indicate them thinking about committing a crime. Maybe I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm not a psychiatrist. I can't exactly tell you if that's true or not. I know when I used to be in my stepfather's part of the house, he was watching one of these murder porn shows and he kept turning up the volume. And I got like an ideas of reference that he was saying how he was going to kill me or whatever. I don't know if that's true or not. But I posted about it on a rant on Reddit. And they're like, what the fuck? Your stepfather's watching murder porn in your house? Is it a snuff film? I'm like, no, watch the South Park episode. It's like shows like Forensic Files. And then he put the body. And it, like one of those kind of shows. He wasn't literally watching a snuff film of people executing. He was watching like one of these Forensic Files shows, and he was listening to it loudly. Somebody says, I mean, they put it on TV and they put it on cable. I mean, so is it really a red flag and to be interested in mysteries involving danger and cold cases? I don't know, man. I don't know if it's really a red flag or not. I'm not a psychiatrist. Ask a psychiatrist, man. I mean, everybody likes thrilling and bizarre stories and crime stories, but I know when I used to watch America's Most Wanted, it was kind of like a horror movie to me. It used to scare the hell out of me, and afterwards, I'd get like this adrenaline rush, and I'd be scared to walk past windows, and I don't know. It scared me knowing these criminals were on the loose and they were killing people or whatever other crimes they were doing, and it just frightened me, and I liked getting frightened. You know what I mean? Um, so I don't know. Do I enjoy horror movies? To be honest with you, I don't really particularly watch horror movies all that much. But maybe I would like it, or at least maybe I would have liked it if I was a kid. Now I'm more into feel good, smiley content, feel good rainbows and butterflies content. I think the reason I liked America's Most Wanted is because it was real horror content. It was like real life stuff, not like these slasher films that it's like fictional. You know what I mean? I think real life horror is a little bit more scary. Like they say, sometimes reality is scarier than fantasy. What have I been up to today? Not much. I took a walk around the neighborhood. I went to the gym. I got my art class today at 4. All right, Rusty, you still here, buddy? We got one of your favorite parts of the day about to happen. We got 5 minutes before your favorite part of the day. I wish you were here, Rusty. Wish you were here. It's like the Pink Floyd song. Oh, Rusty's here. Nice, nice. We got 5 minutes before I make my spectacular entrance. Should I go with the name Sal Waters or Andrew the Android Koloski? Oh, you'll see. You'll see, No Touchy. You'll see what Rusty loves so much. I'm going to please Rusty. I'm going to give Rusty pleasure, man. You'll see Rusty get pleased. He asks, big entrance? What is this? We got in 4 minutes, you're going to see Rusty get pleased. I don't mean to build the suspense here, but it's obviously one of the greatest things you've ever seen. Brace yourself, No Touchy. Brace yourself. I mean, you've never seen anything in movies or on television this pleasurable. You've never seen an adult movie or a spicy content this pleasurable. You've never seen anything in Hollywood this pleasurable. Like, frankly, you're about to see, like, really the most pleasurable thing on planet Earth. Like, really, this is what people love. This is what people love to see. 3 minutes, Rusty. In 3 minutes. Rusty's about to get pleasured. So they want me to go with the name Sal Waters and not Andrew the Android Koloski. Fair enough. I'll do that for the entrance. 1 minute. 1 minute. Here we go. It's about to happen. Pleasure is about to happen. Brace yourselves. All right, 1 sec. I got to grab this red shirt. No Touchy's like, I really built up the suspense for No Touchy, and he's like, I can't imagine what this is. When he sees it, he's going to get pleasured too. No Touchy's going to get pleasured too. Everybody's just going to just get so excited. Here we go. It's time for pleasure. Putting the wash in the dryer. 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 La 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 la. Life is a game of chess. With every moment I digress. I wanna be the CEO. I wanna be the star of the show. I wanna be the chess master. The chess master. Life is nothing more than a game. A game that I can't seem to play. Life's like chess. I digress. Chess, 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 chess. Coming to the live stream at this time, standing 6'6" tall, weighing 273 pounds, Sal Waters! Wee-wee-wah, wee-wah, wee-wee-wah, wee-wah. You are going down! Ah! So how'd you rank that one on a scale of 1 to 10, Rusty? Eight out of 10. That's a good one. That's a good one, man. That's one of my better ones. TB says that's a solid 9 in his book. No Touchy says that's pretty good. You should consider being an entertainer. Thank you. I consider myself an entertainer. He says he's pleased. No Touchy says he's very pleased by that entrance. Thank you, No Touchy. Not only did I please Rusty, I also pleased No Touchy. I pleased No Touchy without touching him. And Dave gave that entrance a 10 out of 10. So No Touchy, I haven't seen you around these parts. What is your age, gender, location, and name? It's good to see you, No Touchy. It's probably Erie, an altar of Erie. We'll see what it is. If No Touchy is not of age, she's getting the quick release. That's for sure. Because I like my people to be of age. I mean, you could. I guess somebody. I mean. Oh, Rusty says No Touchy is a good egg. He personally knows them. Okay, that's good. Oh, he's 47, male, and he's in Idaho. He's straight, but he's not hating. All right, cool. I'm not a homosexual. I'm into women. Just to let you know. No Touchy says, forgive the assumption. All the talk of pleasure was confusing, but he hears me. It's a joke. TB says, you did seek a sugar daddy, though. So if you're seeking a sugar daddy, that's pretty gay, Andrew. I'm more seeking a sugar mama. You know what I mean? More seeking a sugar mama. So he says, that's pretty gay to seek a sugar daddy. I probably would have chickened out anyway. You know what I mean? If let's say hypothetically speaking, some like 60-year-old man's like, oh, you know what? I'm a multimillionaire and I want to meet you in New York City. I probably would say, and block my account and block him. I probably would chicken out and not go through with it. Could a sugar daddy be like a platonic thing? I guess so, yeah. I'd probably chicken out and not go through with it, to be honest with you. Somebody wants to know, am I getting so desperate that I would consider a dude? I don't really want to have intimacy with a man, to be honest with you. I want to date a woman. I know they say it's like lonely sailor syndrome and stuff, but I want a woman. I might go for an overweight woman, but I don't think I really want a man. You know, I think I'm mostly heterosexual. I don't want to go to prison, and I don't want to be gay in prison. I mean, to be honest with you guys, you know, nobody wants to go to prison, and nobody wants to be gay in prison. So, um, but I want a woman. I want a sexy woman. I want a nice, petite, sexy woman. You know what I mean? So he says, what happens when you can't have a woman for a long time? Are you going to go gay? I don't think so. I mean, I know they say, you know, obviously when you suffer from lonely sailor syndrome, and I mean, a lot of the people start getting gay, like when you're in when people are in prison. But to be honest with you, I don't really want to have sex with men. I want to I want to have sex with women. Is that too much to ask for? A real life woman? Is that too much to ask for? I don't want to go gay just because I can't get women. Somebody asks, "Have you ever considered a professional woman? Isn't prostitution a crime? I don't want to go to jail. You know, I mean that's one of the things that I mean. I'm interested in true love anyway. You know what I mean? I want to do things that are legal because you know I want to do things that are legal. You know, like of age, cis woman. You know, not a prostitute, not prostitution, true love, that kind of stuff. I want to make sure I stay within the law because I don't want to be in prison, you know? Dave says paying to cuddle is not against the law. There are legal loopholes. You know, somebody says cuddling. I don't know, man. I think maybe let's try to find a real girlfriend. It would be nice to cuddle with a woman. I don't know, man. I mean, like what you know what I mean? I don't know. Why do I think? Don't encourage me to do something illegal. But basically, I want a girlfriend. I want intimacy. I want romance. But I don't want to do anything that will get me locked in prison. You know what I mean? Or the psychiatric hospital or something like that. I want some romance. I want a cute woman, and but I don't want to get locked away. You know, so. I need some mentorship. So maybe I could get an older woman. That would be good, like an older woman to mentor me and lead me around. That would certainly not be a bad thing. Getting an older woman to help me out. What app should I go on to find an older woman to help me with my game? Somebody says if I want a partner, I need to practice like an athlete. What app should I go on to get an older woman? This is probably Bumble. Somebody says I'm trying to run a marathon with zero training. I don't have any training with women. I need to practice. I need to practice my training with women. Vampire says old women can't use the computer. Go on Bumble for a nice fumble. It reminds me of tennis. Right now, I'm not an expert tennis player. I don't know how to play tennis very well, man. I need to improve my tennis skills. I need some low stakes dating. All right. So does anybody have? Can somebody hook me up? I mean, I definitely want true love, but I need to practice. I need to improve my tennis skills. I need a low stakes, good tennis matchup. Okay. How can I find a low stakes tennis matchup? Like, has anybody ever played the game Punch Out? Who's the first person you play in Punch Out? Is it Glass Joe? I need to Glass Joe. Let's hit that. No, who is the person that just gets his ass kicked in Punch Out? You need to fight Glass Joe before you fight Mike Tyson. You need somebody that you can knock out with one punch, and then finally you get to Mike Tyson, who could like the Mike Tyson tennis player who is just one punch for Mike Tyson, you get knocked out. You got to fight Glass Joe first. So this is Don Flamenco, which is his palette swap. These are some weird references today. I'm proud of myself. So he says, I kind of look like Don Flamenco now that you mention it. All right, so can does any? I know somebody says, okay, maybe knocking somebody out with a punch is a bad metaphor for dating. You're right. No touchy. Maybe I should go with the tennis metaphor. Who's a shitty tennis player? Maybe I need to get into a shitty tennis matchup, and before I can find who's a really good tennis player. I mean, boxing is easier because nobody knows who any of the fucking tennis players are. Somebody says don't knock out your dates. Yeah, boxing was a metaphor. I'm not. It's not. Boxing is not. Go with tennis. Tennis is better than boxing. So I remember when I was in college, I used to have pathetic and puny arms, and there was this woman I was infatuated with, and I said how she had bigger arms than me, and I said how if we got into a fight, I think she would beat me up. How could I date her if she has bigger arms than me? And he's like, what are you talking about? Fighting and day? Do you want to date her or do you want to fight her? Like, do I want to date her? And I'm like, I don't know what the point is here. I guess the point was I was insecure that my arms were pathetic and puny. No, this was college. This was college. You know what I mean? This was college, man. This was when I was like 20 years old. The key is intergender boxing, intergender fighting is what it ain't. You know what I mean? You got to intergender box, with other men. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is obviously a joke. One sec. Who wants some second pleasure here? I'm gonna do Andrew the Android Colossus. Coming to the live stream at this time, standing 6'6" tall, weighing 273 pounds, Andrew the Android Kolaski! Wee-wee-wah, wee-wah, wee-wee-wah, wee-wah. You are going down. Ah! Somebody says I'm like Andy Kaufman. I appreciate that. Some people have compared me to Andy Kaufman, and I like that comparison, man. Somebody said somebody says their friend really wants to meet me, not for a date, but she's very interested in meeting me in person. She appreciates my art, and she loved my Andrew music video. No, I mean she was cute, your friend, and obviously, does she have any friends? I mean, I'll meet her if she wants. But obviously, I mean, it would be good socialization practice with a woman. But obviously, I'm looking to date women. Yeah, I had a friend many years ago, Man Crush Ed, that said I was like Andy Kaufman. He's like, yeah, man, you're quick-witted, you're funny, you're just like Andy Kaufman. So, Man Crush Ed made that comparison back in like 2008. TB wants to know, does your friend give out cuddles to mentally ill males? God, what is in the future if considered something of an art installation? People posting their entire lives online. Chris Chan, King Cobra, Cell Waters, Picasso, Maltese, Rembrandt. Somebody says, the girlfriend wouldn't cuddle with me, but she might give me a hug, maybe. No, fair enough. I don't know. Maybe I'll meet her, maybe I won't. Somebody says she won't cuddle with me, and if she does, it's a pity hug. Don't bother. Try to find somebody who's really interested in me. Try to find somebody who's genuinely interested in me. Vampire! Blah! I'm a vampire, and I will suck your motherfucking blood, and I will suck your motherfucking blood. Give me your blood, attractive woman. Your blood is what I crave. Your blood is the only thing that will save. Somebody says, you need to practice talking to women, and he's given me a golden opportunity. If you're right, if you say so, man. All right, we got 12 androids in the house. We got a big number here. What's my biggest? I have a song about vampires. Yeah, I'll do it for you now. Blah, I'm a vampire. Blah, I'm a vampire. And I will suck your motherfucking blood. I will suck. You interrupted the song, whoever's calling me. It's me, Madre. Hello? Yeah, I'm live, so I can't talk too much. So don't say anything too personal. But what's up?
I just wanted to tell you that Dad said just text him or give him a quick call. He said tomorrow's fine. He's gonna drive it. He should.
Yeah, I probably should. Okay. Do you want to do you do a burst my bubble today?
I had a haircut appointment at 3. I don't know, maybe oh wait, you have art. No.
I have art at 4. What time are you coming home?
I'm just getting ready to swim, so at 2.
Oh, you'll be home at 2. Maybe we'll do a burst my bubble at 2.
All right, quick.
We'll do a quick burst my bubble.
Okay, but go tomorrow.
Go tomorrow?
Yeah, text Dad or tell Dad yes, because he's waiting to hear.
To be honest with you, I kind of find the thing on. I kind of find the things on Fridays boring, to be honest with you. But maybe I'll go. It's nothing that. It's about. Yeah, I guess you're right. Oh. Yeah. Shh. I'm on the live. Bye. Okay, somebody says a forced burst my bubble. Any topics that I could do a burst my bubble about with my mother today? Somebody says, do you only stutter when speaking to your mom and poppy? Probably. They don't let you get in a word edgewise. They just dominate the conversations. They don't listen to you. You know what I mean? My mother and father don't listen to you. They just dominate conversations. So you got to just kind of try to fight to get in a word edgewise, or not even a word edgewise. You got to fight to just assert yourself to them. They just try to control you, basically. They just control you into doing what they want you to do. Dr. Garrett talked to my mother. He never talked to my father, but he saw my father briefly, but he never actually talked to my father. Yeah, somebody says they miss Dr. Garrett. Not gonna lie, yeah, man. I don't know. To be honest with you, I like my new social worker. She's nice, but I miss Dr. Garrett too. Yeah, that was a good run. That was an iconic run. It was like the Beatles. 7 years of. I mean, nobody expected it when it was starting. Nobody was expecting the Dr. Garrett run to be like the Beatles. You know, an expert psychiatrist and his mental patient with schizoaffective disorder. Nobody was expecting it to be like the Beatles, but it was an iconic run, 7 years. And then like in 2020 after COVID, it was the Zoom video appointment years. I was going to SUNY Downstate for a while. Then we stopped touring because we got too over the top. And Yeah, it was like the Beatles. I will always have the emails. He helped me a lot, they say. Have I ever smoked marijuana with my father? No, I've never smoked marijuana or even drank with my father for that matter. Um, my father and I have never, smoked marijuana or drank alcohol together. Does Poppy smoke marijuana? I don't know if he does. He never let me know he does. Have we ever gone fishing together? I don't recall ever going fishing with my father, so I'm going to say no. He's never driven with me when I was practicing to get my learner's permit. He just basically didn't do anything with me growing up. He basically just got me fast food on the weekends and just dropped me home. And we lied on his floor. Basically, he didn't do anything with me as a child. Never played catch with my father. He was absent. My father was an absentee father. That doesn't mean he doesn't wish the best for me. It just means he didn't do anything. I mean, I guess he provided money. I was like a weekend burden to him. I mean, basically, it was just annoying. I was just annoying. He didn't want to hang out with me. He didn't want to get me the fast food. He just basically wanted to get me fast food and drop me home. He didn't play video games with me. I didn't like the Marvel movies, but he watched the fucking Marvel movies with me. If that's something, right? But I think that was more of like an Owen Hart reference, making light of the fact that I was like a humiliation ritual and a human sacrifice. I think that was more of like mocking me, if anything. I didn't like the Marvel movies. We watched every like Marvel movie, like around Avengers Endgame. So he says, "Don't try to debunk my relationship with my father is legitimately strained." No, it really was. Somebody says they don't like Robert Downey Jr. They get him legitimately kind of creeped out. Not gonna lie. Somebody says Poppy is not evil, but that doesn't mean he's a great dad either. Poppy wasn't running a pedophile ring. He's not evil, but he was definitely absentee, neglectful, and not a good dad. He probably loves me in his own weird way. Kind of like I like my father, love my father. I want him. I like that he does his gardening and whatever hell he does. I don't know. I don't hate my father. I think he probably wants me to succeed. He probably wants me to succeed in his own way. He doesn't want to see me fail. Life is very shades of gray. He pays for me. I don't know. All right, guys, I did about an hour. I think I'm going to get going. Well, should I get going here? I think I'm going to get going here. Any good dating apps or dating websites that you can suggest? I guess on that note, I'm going to get going. Adios, amigos and amigas. Peace out. Talk to you all again soon. Somebody says all the dating apps suck. It's best to meet somebody in the real world. And maybe you could meet somebody in real life. Somebody says, whatever you do, don't do Grindr. There's no ladies on there, only men. All right, peace out, amigos and amigas.